Hey guys, so on this project, we did a couple of cool things. We did some cool deck lighting, which I'll show you some videos on. We did some peak and accent lighting. We did a lot of tree lighting, some down lighting to create that moonlighting effect, which I love so much. So I just wanted to talk to you about a couple of those things. One question I always get asked is with our uplights, do they come with the ground stake? And yes, they do. And it's actually, in my opinion, from all the ones we've seen, it's easily the most durable one that you'll find out there. I'm gonna do another light smash video where I'm going to let my kids take their new golf clubs, maybe not their brand new ones, but their golf clubs to some of these, so you guys can really see how well built these are and how solid those ground stakes are. All the lights also come pre-installed now with our LED bulbs, unless you're looking for something specialty, whether it be beam angle or that kind of stuff. And the nice thing I like about these is that it's very easy to go and just switch out the bulb if you're looking to put something else in there, which is why this is one of my favorite options, especially for any do-it-yourselfers, but even for us, because even on this project, when I came back at night and checked some things, there was a couple lights that just, they were either too bright or the angle wasn't quite right or whatever, and all I had to do was come back the next day and swap out the bulb as opposed to rewiring a new fixture in. So that's why we like those. So I just wanted to touch on that and show you some other cool ways that you can use this light to mount it in different applications. Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for the Lighting Doctor. So now for mounting lights on trees, whether it be down lighting or even up lighting, because sometimes when you're around the base of a tree, there's so much stuff going on. Maybe it's not maintained, you need to get that light up a little bit. These tree mount stakes are my favorite. The reason I like these is a couple of reasons. One, they're super easy to install. Basically, you just kind of gently hammer it in, and then you just screw this right into the tree. The reason I like that is because as trees grow, and I see this all the time, eventually that tree is going to grow over that light unless you can keep moving it out. The nice thing is, once a year, maybe every couple of years, you go and you just back this off a little bit so that light never gets engulfed by the growth of that tree. So that's why I like these. Super easy to install, and it allows you to easily let the light grow with the tree. And again, super easy to install. So instead of the ground stake that usually comes with our uplights, what you do now is you just screw this right into your mounting bracket. Something I will say, and I don't have them in front of me right now, but all these lights come with a 10-foot lead wire. Some of the down lights come with a little bit longer ones, but if you need to extend that wire, usually what we do is just using some shrink wrap connectors, and you can go check on YouTube. Just Google Lighting Doctor shrink wrap connectors, and we'll show you some ways how we go just extend this wire. But one thing I would say is do that on the ground before you go and mount the tree, because it's a lot tougher to do that when you're up in a ladder than it is when you're on the ground. But shrink wrap connectors is a nice, easy, clean way to go and extend that wire so that it reaches all the way to the ground. And a good tip for tree lighting, especially if you're doing down lighting where you're going to have that tree, this light up in the tree, I'll talk about a couple things there, but is make sure to leave a lot of extra wire looped around the ground and buried, because what's going to happen is, again, as that tree grows, you want to leave room to pull that wire up. And I'll show you some other cool ways that you can go and some tools that you can use to do that. So again, along those same lines of mounting the lights up in the tree, the one thing you want to do is you want to allow for that wire to also grow, along with being able to have that tree or the light expand out as that tree grows. You also want to have it expand so it can grow up. So the one way you do that is, one, like I said, you leave lots of extra wire buried in the ground at the base of the tree. And then the other thing is, if you want to fasten those lights to the tree, I would recommend going and getting some of these zip ties with screw holes. I also use these a lot if we're mounting lights under a deck and stuff, and I don't want the light or the wire in the ground. I want to mount it to the bottom of the deck. The nice thing is you can zip tie the wire up into these, and on a tree, the reason that's nice is because it leaves it loose, so that wire can still move up and down within here, but it keeps it fastened to the tree, and then you just screw it into the tree using a long screw, because the same concept is our tree mount stake now, is that as that tree grows, you're going to unscrew this so it grows further out. You do the same thing every year or two. You just back off this screw a little bit again, so that wire doesn't get engulfed by the tree and can keep growing with the tree. So screw tie, screw hole zip ties are a must, shrink wrap connectors, and tree mount stakes anytime you're mounting trees are 3 really good tools to have. Last little item I wanted to mention, because it's so popular, and on this project, you know, there was a couple peaks that we couldn't get to from the ground because we didn't want to have lights way out in the grass, so we used our gutter mount. This is probably has easily become one of my favorite ways to install lights, because basically what it does is just this little stainless steel bracket that fits right in the gutter, and it's got a couple screw holes here that you can just screw right into the side of the gutter, and then it's got your threads here that instead of putting your light on a tree mount stake or ground stake, it basically just screws into there, and now you can go mount that in basically any gutter. And it's really easy because all the connections we use are waterproof. You can run your wire and make all your connections right in the gutter. I usually just run the wire up the downspout, eaves troughs, anything like that, anywhere to get it up there. If you want to keep things looking a little bit cleaner and you don't want to use a thicker 12 gauge wire, then make your connection in the ground wherever you need to go up into your downspouts, and maybe move down to an 18 gauge wire, because it's just a little bit thinner and it's easier to fasten with you know, just some simple little tacks, a staple gun, whatever it is. You know, a lot of times you'll worry about, oh, can I see the wire? But if you just do you know, doesn't even have to be a perfect job, but a little job of stapling that wire up along the walls or the corners of the house, or zip tying it to the downspouts, it really becomes unnoticeable. And by mounting some of those lights and catching some of those second story peaks of the house, is just a really good way to elevate it. And that's one of the things we did here. With one little peak, we put 2 lights on, and it just makes the whole backyard of the house really stand out. And it would have been a totally different landscape design or landscape lighting design had we not done that. And really, it was just 2 simple lights and 2 simple gutter mounts to do that. Hey guys, so I just want to show you, we're going to use our accent light a whole bunch in this property, and a lot of common areas we're going to use that is on some nice trees. We got a really nice tree here that we're going to try and focus on, but one thing I see people do too often, or more times than not, is instead of trying to get that light nice and close to the tree and having it shine up, so you're taking advantage of all the barking structure and then all the branching up top, is they'll bring it far back and try and aim it at the tree. And what happens there is they tend to miss a lot of the lower portions of the trees. And then also when it's, you know, depending on the area you live in, if you start losing a lot of foliage in the wintertime, then having that light shine at all the foliage is kind of a waste of time, and you lose a lot of the effect of that light. That's why I like having it closer to the tree. You know, here we're maybe 12, 14, 18 inches away from the base. We're going to have it shooting almost straight up because I want to highlight all this trunking and branching structure as possible, as well as now we're getting that light up into the foliage and into the canopy. So again, with our standard RS uplight from FX Luminaire, there's lots of other good ones out there. I like this guy because it's a real workhorse, and that's what we're going to use on this project. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. If you see here, we got this bed area, and this was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice, beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island, where it is an island, most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way. And you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that
You guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good, so I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you gotta be a little creative. You don't always have to go into the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways.
Two other lights we're going to use on this project. These again are two of my favorite lights. We're going to be using a LF wall light. This is going to be a nice barbecue area, and they're going to have a nice stone tabletop on here that's actually going to lean over and cover this. So really all you're going to see is the lighting effect on the stonework on the base of this. I like this light because you can tuck it just about anywhere and it totally disappears, and all you really see is the effect. So we've basically got 4 of those around this barbecue area. And then the other light we're going to use is we have a nice pergola that we're going to have some hanging lights that we're going to feature on the top of these. We're only putting 2 because we don't need to light up the whole area. We're just trying to create a nice ambient light. So that's why we've chosen our VE hanging light also for this project. So again, 2 of my favorite lights, and we're going to use them in this project also. So what you're going to find in your Try It Before You Buy It landscape lighting kit is 4 things. You're going to find our RS uplighting fixture from FX Luminaire. You're going to find our wash lighting fixture from FX Luminaire, and you're going to find our path lighting fixture from FX Luminaire, which are 3 of the most used lights that we use in any of our landscape lighting projects. And along with that, it's going to come with a King Innovation Instalight, which is a battery pack that's going to allow you to go and test out these lights on your property to see which lights are going to look best where. The Try It Before You Buy It kit is a chance for you to go and feel the difference between a good quality light and a premium quality fixture and the poor quality lighting that you're going to find online and in a lot of other stores. So you get to test those lights out for 14 days, go and plug them in, test them out on your property, see what's going to look best. And if you don't love it, you send it back to us and you get a full refund. And if you do, you keep those lights at a discounted rate and you just get whatever else you need. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys got some great do-it-yourself landscape lighting tips. Now, please be sure to go to our website at lightingdoctor.ca and check out our how-to page. It's full of great resources from our podcast to our video to our most frequently asked questions. And also check out our Try It Before You Buy It light, where you can actually go now and get one of our premium quality uplights and a King Innovation Instalight, which is basically a battery pack now that allows you to go and run those lights and test them out on your property. Try it for 14 days. If you don't love it, send it back to us and we'll give you a full refund. And if not, you keep the light at a discounted rate and go and buy what you need for your project. So thanks again for watching. Please be sure to leave us a comment. We'd love your feedback, and have a great day.